the people who make the cut.
Okay.
There will be like 30 or 35. So what happens is Tanzania wants to send like 10, West Africa would like 20. There will be more than what we had last year. It will be, we'll have a field of about 80 to 100 pros.
Okay, and what do you think you're going to do to professionalize the sport? What do you have in the pipeline?
What has been going on in this region is the associations have not been coordinating. You find that South Africa, the southern region, South Africa, and Zimbabwe, plus the other countries coordinate. More competitive, and because the countries coordinate. What we are doing is try to coordinate with all these countries within our region, create smaller events that build up into these bigger events. So our region, Region 5, is becoming stronger and stronger. The East African Challenge we had last week shows how the game has grown. So with time, maybe the Uganda Open, like the Pro Open, might be a Region 5 tour. You go into different countries.
Why is it so easy for South Africans, Zimbabweans to be able to be enlisted in the PGA Tour, their calendar, but East Africa doesn't have a representative?
It takes a lot for someone to qualify to get a PGA card. It requires finances.
Money. Okay.
Money. These pros spend a lot of money. You have to play a couple of events here and there.
To gain the points.
Yeah, which level we haven't reached.
Yeah.
Our pros don't have serious sponsors that can send them to the US, to the UK to play or something. Then you find that these South Africans or Zimbabweans or Mauritius boys start young, even supported with their families, by their families, to go into these events.
Okay, what are the prizes that Tusker is putting up this year? Okay, there's a whole kitty of 140 million,
yes.
But of course there's a lot that Tusker has done to support the project.
There are so many events coming up. For example, the ladies event, the first event we'll have from 7th to 9th, has a putting challenge on Thursday. On the Thursday of that week, they'll have a putting challenge. There will be prizes that will be given then. Then on Friday in the evenings, we'll have events in the evenings. We'll have a shootout from hole number 12 T-box to hole number 18. There will be prizes for that. We decided to break it down.
Hole in one?
No, shootout. So whoever puts it near the pin wins the prize.
Have you ever had any golfer who gives you an eagle?
Eagles, yes.
You do?
Hole-in-ones are difficult. We might have another car, courtesy of Mark East Africa, this year again for hole-in-one. I don't know which car, maybe a Chevy or Isuzu, I don't know. Okay. But usually the car comes and goes back.
Okay, you are going to use Entebbe Golf Course or
Uganda Golf Club. Uganda Golf Club. Okay.
Looking at other sports disciplines always have issues on accountability. Where is the money going and stuff like that. For golf, you have managed to get huge sponsorships and you have managed to maintain the corporates. How do you do that?
Actually, for the activities we have, the sponsorship doesn't even support 30% of our budget. Yeah. We have so many activities throughout the year, but due to goodwill of the members and the golfers, we managed to go through all these activities without any hassle. Though sometimes we get hiccups. And somewhat the golf union has been built on grounds or pillars of accountability. There's no way you will run the union without being accountable. The members, because it starts from the clubs, the members are stakeholders in the clubs. These clubs are for members. The union is for the members. So you are questioned anytime. We are not like the other associations. Anytime any member can question what is going on.
Okay, what are the notable names that we are expecting?
We expect in the ladies, actually, Victor Elias, who won the Entebbe Ladies Open, did not participate in last year's Uganda Open, from Tanzania, is coming. She's coming with a team of about 18 ladies from Tanzania. And all these are good golfers. We expect so many ladies from Kenya. As for the amateurs, I'll tell them to prepare because the national teams, the national team of Kenya is coming for the Amateur Open. The national team of Rwanda is coming for the Amateur Open. And about 5 or 7 people from the national team of Tanzania are coming for the Amateur Open.
The pros, who are we expecting so far?
Joshua Seal, the winner last year, 2016, has not yet confirmed, but he had indicated he was coming. But there are so many others coming from West Africa and South Africa. We expect even one from Scotland.
The local golfers, why do the foreign golfers dominate our locals?
It's the time
Aussie used to be good.
It's the time they put into the game.
So more time, more experience.
Yes, some of these people wake up, they eat and feed and sleep golf.
Yeah.
Our pros have
but
so many
Uganda,
challenges.
a lot of them have to go to work
Yes.
to earn an income.
Yes.
So golf for them is a part-time thing.
Sort of. Even the others where it's a full-time, they don't get the facilitation to help them, reach that level. Some of them you'd find that the clubs they use even are not
Yes.
Custom made for them or anything.
Yes.
Yeah, just improvising.
What's the tournament of play? What's the format of play?
The is medal. It is stroke play. In the Opens, what they do is we use the stroke play event. You count the strokes you have. For the subsidiary event, you less your handicap. For the main event, you count as many strokes as you get to count to winning. I believe this is difficult for you to understand.
No, it isn't.
If I hit the ball,
I am very confident about golf. But of course, the procedures for Ugandan golf is not the same as the PGA calendar, isn't it?
We are governed by the same rules. And we affiliate to R&A, which
but of course, you don't expect them to go 18 under, 20 under, 16 under.
Oh, that is difficult here.
Exactly.
They don't do those.
So you get some that do
unders.
1 under, but most of them are 1 over.
Yeah, 1
plus
under,
1,
under,
plus
3
2,
under.
plus 10.
Yeah, but there are times in the Open. There's a time did 6 under the first day. This month, the Kenyan, he did 6 under the first day. So you don't rule out anything in golf.
So hole in one, easy to get.
Yeah, easy to get.
So let's say on a you play through Thursday to Sunday.
No, it's
Friday,
Thursday
Sunday.
to Saturday. Thursday to Saturday.
Thursday to Saturday.
Yeah.
And you can get a hole in one on a Thursday, get a hole in one on a Friday and a Saturday. Then you also get egos.
If you can, you get the hole in ones.
The athletes do, the golfers do.
Some do. I've seen professionals, obviously the ones we were talking about in the PGA and getting hole in ones. Even here, on certain occasions, I get them, not during the tournament, but let us pray someone
training.
takes the car.
Wow. Here in Uganda, how can you be able to get like the foreign golfers who have done so much, let's say like Tiger Woods, to be able to come and do something? Tiger Woods goes to Dubai, and of course Dubai supports what he does financially to open a golf course there and build a golf course there, and then also do a lot of courses here and there. Do you have such courses for your golfers to get them more enlightened into wanting the sport?
Like I said,
and especially in your department for youth development, how do you get the schools to get involved?
Like I said before, I'll start with Tiger Woods and the likes to come and participate in our activities.
It would be difficult, I think, for them to come and participate.
Dubai,
but
sometimes these people are paid up to even $2 million.
That's what I said. But wouldn't you get them to come on a charitable cause?
A charitable cause. Getting access to some of these people is difficult. But what we do is, since we affiliate with the R&A, most of them, like in Europe, are working with the R&A.
They go to South Africa.
They go to the R&A. They sponsor all these unions, third world countries, through the R&A, and the R&A supports us, because the R&A gives us in Uganda now they give us up to £7,000 every year, and £12,000 we have their paying school fees for our kids. We sent in 2015 we sent Otile, Ronald and Baguma Richard, who are studying golf in South Africa, attached to the University of Pretoria. So the R&D pays £12,000 every year for them.
Your closing remarks, Oscar?
My closing remarks, we want to thank Tusker Malt. Obviously, they are our top-notch sponsors in golf. And we want to promise that we will not disappoint them. We always put up a very good show and host very good tournaments for them. And obviously, our members will continue consuming their products. Well,
thank you so much for coming to UBC. Hopefully we can come visit you at the golf club sometime to give it more mileage, especially on the ladies' side. I'm interested in the ladies to see more, at least more activity around the ladies' calendar. Well, stay tuned to UBC. Peter Otai and Ronnie Santos will be joining me shortly.
Thank you.
I take this opportunity on behalf of the people of Toro and on my own behalf to salute the NRA, the NRC, and the NRM government for the wisdom and foresight with which they have handled the issue of traditional rulers and institutions. The process towards the eventual return of traditional sites concerned groups in a mutually acceptable and appropriate arrangement signals a return to sanity, the rule of law and democracy some of us have fought for 2 to 3 decades.
Just tell me where you wanna go. Let me take you there. You see, I've been around the globe. I've seen a lot, babe. But I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool, right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. Just tell me where you wanna go. North Pole, East, West, baby, I'll go anywhere. We'll take a plane and take a boat. I don't really care, just as long as it will get us there. Cause I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time.
Thank you so much for staying tuned to UBC, where we inspire Uganda. Yes, this is Sports Galore on the 28th of August 2017. 4 months to end of year. It gets more interesting here on UBC, but I am not alone today. We've already had an interview with the Youth Development Chief for Gulf Union, and then now we do have Cranes playing this Thursday at Nambole against Egypt. Inform players that are scoring teams from clubs, but country is different from club. And there's nobody in studio other than the promoter himself, the man that has taken over everything in charge of promoting the biggest brand in this country. And the man who does that is none other than Bobkins. The company of Bobkins, the man.
My name is Chireke Bobkins and the company is Chibo Media Limited.
Yes.
We are very happy to associate with a brand,
yes,
a beautiful game of football.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that always the nation that inspires our nation has always hosted us here.
Yes.
To tell the nation about the game. And come this Thursday,
yes,
we have the biggest. It's an A+ of football. That is Uganda Cranes versus the Pharaohs of Egypt.
Okay.
And I will be very grateful if all our fans turned in numbers.
Of course, we are the biggest network, and of course, we do expect to show that game live to the fans that will not be able to go to Nambole. The Cranes game, especially the Egypt one, there have been complaints here and there. The hiking of tickets to 30,000 shillings. A general Cranes fan, can they afford the 30,000?
Pretty for if I was here last time, I put it very clearly to the people, and who was my host here at UBC. We paid 40,000 in 2012 against Zambia, the AFCON qualifier for 2013.
Yes.
And the stadium was
packed.
Was full capacity.
Yeah, yeah.
And the dollar rate at that time was 2,000. We paid $20, and today, where the rate of the dollar is at 3.6,
yes,
we are charging at 30,000, which place we are paying $8. Simple arithmetics.
Yes.
When you look at all our bills, like air tickets, accommodation bills, the FIFA sanctuary fees, the referees, all are paid in dollars.
Yes.
Pretty when you look at the 30,000, quite okay for it. And two, look at the clubs, literally the local here, KCCA, my club. We've been playing, the clubs are here at Lugogo. And
at 20,000. At
25, been charging 25,000. So look at the equity between the national team,
yes,
and the club.
Of course, national team is a bigger brand.
It's a bigger brand.
You're playing Egypt, it's an expensive team, everything is expensive.
Everything is expensive. And also look at the players, their equity. This is a club and this is a national team.
Yeah.
So quite the 30,000 was really justified. Even, football, we always relate to the past. We paid 40,000 5 years back, and we're asking for 30,000 now.
Yes.
Pretty okay.
So you think Nambole is going to be packed? The 12th person that supports that team has always been the fans.
Yes.
So you're comfortable as the promoter of that game, who is investing a lot of money in this game.
Yes.
Will be able to pack Nambole.
Yes, I'll be able to pack. And also the football has grown in this nation as a brand. I've invested so much across the board, across the country. People have started to bond with the national team very automatically. And I believe 30,000, if they can pay for my club at 25, I believe it's pretty okay.
You've done an amazing job with Cranes Namutima tours around the country.
Yes.
How have you managed to get the fans? Because you get more numbers there than you get in Kampala.
How have we gotten to get the numbers is our stakeholder, our partners in football, that is Airtel and Now Special. They have always put in money. And we do try to bring the team to bond with the fans across the country. We do the advertisement in time. The people have begun to believe in our brand as football. and the football administration at FUFA House, Engineer Magoga and the team have really streamlined everything very clear. And we've always promised and delivered what to the people. So it has been massive. Across the country, cranes is an in thing.
Where will the fans be able to access the tickets from?
The fans will be accessing the tickets from our usual outlets. That is all the city oil petrol stations. We have Shell, Kampala Road, Shell, the Total opposite Uganda House. We have the Airtel shops at Benchwanka Street, at Lugogo.
The Airtel shop here opposite KCB Bank? Do they have the tickets as well?
Yes, they also have tickets as well.
Okay.
And others. Every road that is coming to Kampala, Oima Road, you have tickets on the one coming from Masaka, the Jinja Road. Even those in Jinja, we have our outlets that will put the tickets.
Okay. How we normally on the cranes games, there's a problem with crowd management.
Yes.
How will that be sorted this time?
Crowd management.
It's Egypt. You expect people to come and see El Neni, to see Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, like we've seen now, we've brought the brand growing. Our partners and us as event experts, you know, as I told you, football, we relate to what has been happening.
Yes.
Our gates have always been opened at midday.
Yeah.
But now we are opening our gates at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. implies that we'll have fun packs inside the stadium.
Yeah.
Before we go to the actual activities, now breweries is putting plenty of drinks, plenty of eats, plenty of games, and Airtel as well.
Yes.
So that the people keep engaged until the time. So we are opening the gates at 10 a.m.
Okay.
because to avoid the congestion that has always been mainstreamed like between 1 and 3 p.m. So we are telling our fans, come early. So much to keep you engaged, so much entertainment, so much fun, so that you avoid the congestion at those peak hours.
The biggest brand in Buganda region, had Masaza finals at Nambole on Saturday.
Yes.
Half Nambole was empty.
Yes.
What do you think went wrong?
No, sometimes the team that qualified, you can even
Single Gomba.
Single Gomba, the teams that qualified. So sometimes it could be the population's dynamics in those areas are not the same as you saw last year. Why last year the numbers were packed? The different locations attract different densities of people that stay in that area and the people that come from those Masaza. So I was pretty happy. It was not half empty to me as an expert.
Yeah.
The numbers were okay based on who qualified.
Your closing remarks?
My closing remarks, I would tell our fans, we are going to put at UBC, at the scrolls and our communication and people that always host us.
Yes.
Will be telling you where to buy the tickets. But one, we are not selling tickets at the gates.
Oh, there will be no tickets sold at the gates
no,
at all?
That is a FIFA rule. This is an A+ of football.
Okay.
They do not sell tickets at the gates. The tickets, the nearest point, if you are around Chireka, you are buying from Shero Chireka.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's something new. No more tickets at the gates?
No, it has been there. No more tickets at the gate for a FIFA qualifier game. And it is under the FIFA rules that the tickets are not sold at the gate, only nearby the gate.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being here at UBC. You give some fans some tickets?
Yes, we can give them some tickets. We have tickets to go to Nambole.
Okay.
Yeah, they are here.
Okay.
Yeah, so callers can win and tell us when we shall be in Nambole and some others.
Well, thank you so much for coming to UBC.
Yes.
UBC as the biggest brand in this country that has given mileage to the national team. This is our call again for everyone who watches Sports Galore and everyone who joins us when we have Europa Champions League, the Spanish La Liga, Sports Galore every Monday. This is the time for us to go and support Uganda Cranes. Uganda Cranes as a brand is almost there, but we all need the numbers. As we all know that the 12 person who makes us win the games is the fans. So let's go pack Nambole and make sure Uganda Cranes is supported 100% to win the game. Stay tuned. Peter Otai and Ronnie Santos will be joining me shortly.
I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool, right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. Just tell me where you wanna go. North Pole, East, West, baby, I'll go anywhere. We'll take a plane and take a boat. I don't really care, just as long as it will get us there. Cause I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool, right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should get set, go, take off. We can leave it all behind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a pool, right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off.
We are go. Thank you for staying tuned to UBC. Peter Otai and Ronnie Santos have joined me here on Sports Galore. We did have 2 interviews, gentlemen. I missed you all. How was your weekend?
Our weekend was fine. My weekend was very nice. Uganda Cranes went and won. Actually, they won the game.
Yeah.
Then I'm a big fan of Mayweather. We crushed someone. Then of course I'm a red, so I'm a red devil, and we are winning.
Peter.
Then my enemies,
are losing.
They are in waters.
Okay, Peter Tai, how was your weekend?
Not very bad, not very good. I was actually recovering from malaria. Got my last dosage of medicine today, and
so you get sick and you don't tell us?
No, some of these things you don't have to come out openly because it's normal sickness. It's malaria.
Yeah.
Had my full dose.
Yeah.
Last dose was actually today and ready to go for the whole week.
Peter, Uganda Cranes is playing against in-form Egyptian team.
Yeah.
Not Egypt 2-3 years ago that didn't qualify for Africa Cup of Nations. This is a settled Egyptian team that has quality players playing across the European continent, including Mohamed Salah and El Neni for Arsenal.
Yeah, Mohamed El Neni was not available yesterday.
Yeah,
Mohamed Salah was very outstanding yesterday when Liverpool crushed Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's one footballer to watch out for. I was actually reading the press today, and Onyango actually came in and told Mohamed Salah to expect fireworks in Nambole.
Yeah.
That is on Thursday. We all know the Egyptians. We tried very hard to actually contain them in the African Cup of Nations.
But they're a difficult team to contain.
We tried. It's not until towards the end of the match where we actually had some last minutes of lack of concentration. Then at the end of the day, there was a thunderbolt that went under the legs of Onyango into the back of the net in the African Cup of Nations, if you do recall very well in Gabon. But I believe Nambole, being a very good can say hunting ground for Uganda, let's expect a different kind of a game. I really expect a different kind of game.
Santos, Nambole has always been a hunting ground for the Cranes. When Masaza was played yesterday, on Saturday, I was worried. It wasn't filled to capacity, yet Masaza was promoted so well. Uganda Cranes playing against Egypt is 30,000 shillings for a general ticket. Isn't that difficult?
No, it is never difficult when a national team is playing. First of all, the national team, it is the first team for Uganda. People like the players. Football is one of the games that is actually one of the most liked games in the world. And in Uganda, it is the best, no doubt. So Uganda Cranes playing against the biggest team in Africa to me, Egypt, much as they have been off for the moment. But I still believe they are one of the, they are at the peak. Mohamed Salah playing in the famous team, Liverpool. El Nini, much as they are there, for us we are still here. I think our best player plays maybe in Tanzania or where, but we have the quality.
Our footballer right now.
African football normally has a tendency, you're playing at home, you win. But when you're playing big teams, it's not easy. We've seen the likes of Senegal being exited out of Chan.
You're talking about the Egyptians that went to Congo and lost. Congo Brazzaville, not DR Congo.
Yeah, they went to Nigeria and struggled also.
So Comoros winning at home.
Yeah.
So why not Uganda? You know, we have lost only one game, I think, in 10 years. That was against Togo. And I think in that Togo game, we somehow gave away that loss. Like Otai was saying, in AFCON, to me, I still believe we are I consider that one, I count that one as an own goal.
Yeah.
We were not serious at all. You saw what the coach was doing. One player is down, then you make a substitution for another player. That is, you are torturing the players psychologically. If we can concentrate, Egypt is beatable. We can beat Egypt. It is not a hard team. We have played it more than 4 times. These are the players like Hassan Waswa, Kari Daucho. These boys have been there. Dennis Iguma. We have got the quality. And to me, Uganda Cranes, we have not always been, maybe we have not been lucky. Otherwise, we would be far.
Uganda Cranes today, Otai, is recognized as one of the countries that is not shy at winning when it means winning.
Yeah, you need to realize that Uganda Cranes was voted the best African team.
Yes.
That was in I think it was last year, recently here by CAF. I think we have everything it takes for us to go down and collect a very good result in Nambole.
Yes.
One thing that I think the Egyptians won't fancy a lot is the playing surface. Playing surface for Nambole might not favor the Egyptian style of football.
Yeah.
They're kind of team that love to play with the ball on the upper side of the ball. If you go down and look at the different genre of football that is displayed by African teams, there is moving the ball from down. That is, you hit the ball from down. That is the kind of tactic that is being used by very many Ugandans. They move the ball from the downer side of the boot, but the Egyptians love to move the ball from up. It's because of the nature of, I can say, facility that they normally have.
Yes.
When the facility favors free-flowing football, they'll always move the ball from the up. That is, they use the boot on the upper level, where they actually place in less energy and they run very, very quickly. So it's all about now the tactics that the how many coaches? 4 coaches.
Yeah.
So
4
you have
coaches.
Ibra Sekaja joining.
He actually
The
joined
technical
yesterday.
bench.
He joined. He
He's
was
on
supposed to be
plane.
joining yesterday.
He's on plane now.
Yeah, he was supposed to be arriving by yesterday, Ibrahim. So we have about 4 coaches.
So you have Kajoba.
Yeah, Kajoba, Ibrahim Sekaja, Basena, Mutebi.
Yeah.
Not Mutebi,
Yeah,
rather.
Mathias Lule.
Lule. So
Yeah.
you have 4 coaches. Sometimes you can actually come in and say that too many cooks spoil the broth, spoil the soup. Because each coach may actually have his different kind of tactic on
But
handling the game.
Kajoba is head coach.
Kajuba is the head
Kajuba
coach.
or
Yes,
Basena?
Kajuba.
Basena is head coach,
Moses
rather.
Basena is the
Basena
head
is
coach.
head
He
coach.
is the head coach.
And
The other
overall
ones come-
decision maker.
Yes, the others come in as support staff.
Yeah.
Support staff. Because it is all about putting the 4 heads together. 4 heads
To
together
make sure
and come
the
up with
Egypt game home and away, we get
Come
results.
up with the best system.
But,
I'd like to see a Uganda Cranes team that is made up of footballers who have actually been playing football regularly. Footballers who have actually been very outstanding for their clubs.
For clubs.
Contributing goals, scoring goals. I would be very, very excited to see that kind of system put in
Yeah,
the club system.
yeah, true. Otai is right. We somewhere somehow respect names here in Uganda than on form or someone who's playing. Check, we have
Then
received
informed
actually
players.
7 goals this weekend. Emmanuel Okwi in Simba,
Yeah, scored
actually
4
in Yanga
goals.
squad in Simba,
Simba.
squad 4. Geoffrey Serunkuma scored 2 goals yesterday to help his club Buildcom win in Zambia. We saw Derek Nsibambi scoring. We are lucky that all these boys are on the team.
Yeah.
But you might not see them starting. That is very surprising. And actually, I expect it. If it happens, that won't be news because it has happened several times. And
Yeah.
When we lose, we start crying. But
Yeah.
let us give someone who qualifies to pray. When you are not really meant to pray, don't. Because football is not history. Football is current.
Yes.
Just like you hear news. News is not history or records or what. Let us go with current. The boys have proved they deserve to start.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Okwi scoring 4 goals, it is never easy. Whether playing a which team or what, I don't care. But when someone scores 4,
Yeah,
that means
by the way,
He's in form.
He looked very sharp on that match because I watched all the 90 minutes of that game. It was live on Azam Sports 2. I watched it live where Simba Football Club had a very, very good game. He looked very sharp. His movements were very, very outstanding. His contribution, because even he contributed to,
Yes.
he scored 4, contributed to the scoring of 2.
2.
So he was spot on. I think he's a footballer that deserves a spot in the national team come Thursday rather.
Thursday.
Believe me, the
So
Egyptians
3 days
are bringing,
away.
Exactly, the Egyptians are bringing their A game to Kampala.
Yeah.
Because I was on Twitter and I saw not Mohamed Salah, it was actually El Neni. He took a photo and said, on my way to join up with the national team. So that means he's on his way coming. So he's one guy who has played in Nambole before.
Yeah, yeah.
He has played at the under 20 ranks at Nambole, where they beat us very well at Nambole. So he's coming back to play at Nambole again. So at least those are some of the footballers that know the system.
There was the biggest talking point around Europe, Africa, and America. McGregor fighting against Mayweather in Las Vegas. It ended the way everybody expecting, but it was by TKO in the 10th round. That was a surprise. So it's Mayweather retiring finally from boxing.
Yeah,
And-
I don't know
and-
if that is
and-
finally.
And for me, the biggest news for me is
Through and everybody began loving that is athletics because of
Yes,
Usain Bolt.
yes.
Now, the world has actually been, I can say, opened up to the fight, which is UFC. And I think very many guys would like to see McGregor
Yeah.
in the ring when he's actually fighting again. His normal fights.
Peter Santos, the week that ended yesterday was one of, I think, Arsene Weger's worst weeks. The fans still saying, we want him to leave. Arsene Wenger is saying, if everyone here thinks I am the one who is in the wrong, I am sorry, but the team, we did not do. And Manchester United is flying high.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Manchester United, they have not had problems. They have goals from Chelsea. That Nemanja Matic is covering the defense.
Yes.
That's what the guy was waiting for. I one day
How
say,
on earth does Conte decide to sell Matic?
oh yeah, I think Conte has got his personal problems with his players. You see the way how he's struggling with Diego Costa. So Burnley has been very, very tough when they are facing big teams. I think they prepare well before those big teams, the big five, or the so-called big five.
Yeah.
Even against Man City, we saw Liverpool actually beaten last year. So Burnley is a little bit hard. Burnley and Bournemouth, they have always given in their efforts when they are playing big teams.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so much. It has been short, but we have indeed enjoyed ourselves. Otai, Santos, hope to see you again next Monday.
Yeah. Uganda Cranes on Thursday, remember?
Yep,
So we need to remind people, Uganda Cranes on Thursday. Friday is a public holiday.
Yeah.
I'm told Friday is the ED, hopefully. So we can...
Things.
Yes, I hope Egypt doesn't slaughter us, but let's pray for the best. We're also working as UBC to make sure that game comes live. We're working on that.
We are keeping our hands crossed and fingers crossed so that we here at UBC have that game live and free, so that you at home that make sure that UBC is your #1 station, watch Uganda Cranes playing against Egypt. The producer of the show, Mr. Othman Sempewa, thank you so much. Executive producer, Mr. Dean Chivirige, you do the same. Thank you so much for making sure that we have Sports Galore every Monday. Quality programming is up next. Good afternoon.